you haven't heard this yet, I don't know what you're doing, but you're very disrespectful, and you need to go listen to Sonic Runway like right now, like yesterday. But definitely go. Oh, sorry, it's dark in the hallway. Anyways, I'm going live today to bring awareness to my album that I released. It's an instrumental album. Don't expect any lyrics, not just yet. But it's called Sonic Runway by Material XYZ. You can find the page on my Facebook page. You can find the album. It's on my Facebook page. If you haven't seen me posting about it, you're definitely not my real friend. Go ask one of my real friends. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, man, put a lot of work and effort into the tape, and I think it came out pretty good. So I'm very proud of what I got to bring to the table. And there's also a very, very top secret, surprisingly, album that still has yet to be addressed. I kind of wanted to come on here to talk about that a little bit because, well, basically, I wanted to play a little game with people. Because so one of the things that has always been coolest to me, or some of the most standout projects to me over the time that I've experienced have been ones that have more than just the music connected to them. Sorry about that. A lot of the ones that have some type of theme to them, or like, I don't know, almost like a little game, you know? Ones that come to mind are Boards of Canada was one of the most outstanding ones when we were younger. Like, I don't know if you remember when what year was it? I want to say it was either 2012 or 2013 when Boards of Canada had came out with their, to my knowledge, most recent album. They did basically almost like a, how you call it, like a scavenger hunt across the internet. And it even went to like geographical locations and things like that. And I thought that was super cool and inspiring to me. That was one of the first, that was one of the things that inspired me to even want to make the tape in the first place. So I'm trying to go in that vein with this tape, but it's more than just, since the tape's already out, so obviously it's not a secret link to the music or more music. And I won't give you too much of a hint as to what it unlocks or anything like that, but I will say it's got to do with art, it's got to do with creation, it's got to do with Material XYZ. It's going to be something that they're going, how can I say it? If you're paying attention, it's going to answer a lot of questions and should hopefully have you excited. But anyways, I'm not going to give away too much. I don't want to give away too many hints or anything like that. But all I will say about it is that you're going to find more out when the music video drops. Because the music video is going to have something extra in it, something that might spark that next step in your journey. If you're even interested in, you know what I'm saying, looking, because my art, I wanted to have it developed at that level as to where somebody gets fulfilled at every single instance, because there are people come to art for different levels. Like, some people want the surface value, some people just hear a beat and they just want something that they can vibe to in the car. I'm bringing you something for that. Some people want something with lyrical substance or poetic and artistic value. I'm bringing you something for that. I'm gonna bring you something for that too. Not on this tape, because like I said, this is just a beat tape. I got that in store for you though, so definitely stay tuned for that. But some people even go further than the lyrical and the poeticism, and they want it to almost be like a community or like a lifestyle. I'm trying to tap into that. I'm trying to tap into building something that's bigger than just Jordan, bigger than just my music, bigger than just my art, bigger than just my clothes or anything like that. I'm trying to actually start something new. I can't really fully explain what I mean by that. You'll have to see as it goes along and develops. But definitely, we're gonna be meshing a lot of worlds together. I can say that I've been working on this logistically in my head for a long time, but the shift of moving from a physical world essentially to a virtual one, for lack of, better definition of what we're in right now, I would say that, I had to shift a lot of my plans, but I'm a quick thinking type of individual, so I already got a lot of things in work for as to how this thing can continue to go. And I got it set up so that basically right now, in all honesty, we're at an unsure time as to when we're going to be able to go back out. Going out to the clubs, going out to anything like that, it's out for right now. But the cool thing about it is music doesn't have to just be concerts. It doesn't have to just be clubs. It can be something greater. There's something greater that we can unlock artistically because we're human beings. That's what I'm going to be working on tapping into. Like, I think that a lot of the things that draw people in this day and age to artistry in general is I feel like it's less about the actual music that they make, and it's more about the actual people that they are. That's why you see so many people getting canceled in this day and age. People don't care about how good your music are if you're a SHIT person, at this day and age. So cultivating who you are as a human being, is very important in artistry too, because people are so interested in who we are as we develop as humans. I'll tell you, more people mess with me and support me based off of who I am as a person than people who actually know the stuff that I make, the art that I make. A lot of people support that too. I'm not saying that, I don't think my stuff is whack, but what I'm saying is personality goes a long way. That's why at the end of the day, I guarantee you that these artists are getting more hours logged off of the Instagram, the live feeds, the TV shows that they do, the interviews. They're getting more views and hours from that stuff than they are from the music, because music has a shelf life, but humanity is something that we're constantly studying. For every human being, we are interested in other humans, whether we admit it or not. I know we all hate people and people are so mean and blah, 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 but we all, for better or worse, are interested in people. That's why we do what we do. That's why we study what we do and all that stuff. The artists who remind us of that and the artists who present us a good case to study are the ones that we pay the most attention to. That's why we've seen people like Joe Budden have the biggest comeback of the freaking of almost hip hop, basically, just because people started to tap into who he was as a person that was that was imperfect. People don't mess with Joe Budden because they necessarily like him or like everything that he represents. They mess with him because they see the human side of him and they watch the development. That's something that I'm trying to act. That is an art in itself, because human development is the biggest thing that we focus on. When we go to the gym, that's a part of human development. When we go paint a picture, that's a part of human development. When we go to church, that's a part of human development. When we go to school, that's a part of human development. That is something that people are most interested in. So without going off on a long tangent and everything like that, that's what I'm going to be working on, bridging the gap between in these next coming projects that I'm working on. With that being said, I would definitely love to talk about, of course, the interview platform that I'm going to be working on. I don't have it fully fleshed out yet, in all honesty. I've been kind of jumping into things a little bit just to get my taste of them. Thank you for everybody who's stuck along with it, with the ride, because some of the stuff has been, we're working on getting into professional quality. These are all new spaces for me. But that being said, the reason that I'm doing my series where I'm going to be interviewing regular people is because I feel like, once going back to what I was just talking about, in the interviews, people don't ask the celebrity or the rapper or whatever about the music. They ask them about the music, that's be the smallest part about the interview. And it's oh, so tell me about what you were doing in this street, or so tell me about what made you feel this way. Where did you grow up at? Who was your father? Blah, blah, blah. And that'd be so interesting to me personally. I'm talking about what I spend so many hours watching. If I'm interested in that, and all the chains and all the tattoos and all the stuff, and the music goes away, and I'm just looking at a person telling me about where their dad was when they were growing up and when they went to college for and when they left that and what happened that made them realize that they had to be an adult. That's what I'm interested in. Experience as a human. I love to get people's paths because it helps me add to my own, and it helps me understand what I do and what I don't want to do. or it gives me ideas of things I never even thought of before. So that's what I'm going to be really trying to tap into. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know how interested everybody's going to be in every interview. But one thing I know about good journalism is that when I mess with the journalist and I'm like the platform, there can be interviews that I don't like, and then I'll come back for the ones that I do like. And then those interviews that I don't like, I'm sure somebody else was like, whoa, I've been waiting for that interview. So my point that I'm saying with that is that it's probably when you, I want to be able to really break out of genre. Like, a lot of people think that artists have to go into this genre and then that genre can control them. You got to really understand that genres are for labeling purposes, meaning that I put out a piece of music and I have to label it with a genre so that it can go to the people who enjoy it. That doesn't mean that I'm a person who only makes this type of music. That doesn't mean that this is my genre. That means that I made an album that is best classified as this genre so that I can get it to the people who want to hear it. So that's what I'm going to be working on breaking out of, because I see so many artists where it's like they put out one thing where they try and experiment or do something different, and everybody's like, oh, you know, they're falling off, or that new stuff is whack. And, you know, everybody has a right to think and feel what they want about their artists and want them to have some consistency with the style that they came to know and love them for. I have artists where I'm like that myself. And I will say that some artists don't do the branching out and experimentation in the most tasteful and conducive and sensible ways. So, that's, but that's because their creativity overwhelms them. And when you appreciate artistry and when you understand that that is literally that creativity that makes artists want to experiment with genres is what makes them so good at doing the thing that you came to them to listen to, it's important that we cultivate a space where they're not afraid to experiment with those kind of things. Because if you clip that part of creativity, then all you have is people formulaically creating things that they hope that these fan bases are going to like. And that's not what real art is. So I'm going to be breaking away from that with my art personally. As I always have. I've always been a person who is, how you say it? I've always been the type of person to branch out. I couldn't even stay within one genre when I was younger because of just my musical influences and stuff. And I was so like stoked that I was able to make music that I wanted to make every kind of music that I possibly could. So I went all out and made everything. And I made a big mess. I have at least 200 songs that have been out and published for years and years and years, and nobody knows that. And that's because of my lack of marketing and my lack of putting the product together in a proper way. So over this next decade, and yes, I do have a 10-year plan for how I'm going to be putting this together. I'm 26 now. 36 is still a very young age, and I can wait to be 36. But I know that when I'm 36, this is going to be popping. But the plan is to just, I don't know. For lack of a better term, I'm building another planet. Let's just say it like that. I'm building another planet, Planet X. Let's just call it like that, Planet X. And it's X because a lot of that's unknown, But that's okay. I got the vision for it. I have a lot of ideas. And the thing about it is when you're a pioneer, you don't come with a map of a plan of how to do what you want to do because it hasn't been done before. So you kind of got to tread a little water. It comes with a little bit of trial and error. But at the end of the day, as long as you have the adventurous spirit and the courage to see it through, the wherewithal, the know-how, the common sense, and the endurance to pace through any of the challenges, you will overcome it. And that's exactly what everything that I'm going to be doing is going to represent. And you'll see exactly what I mean. I know I've just been jabbering on about this stuff. I want to end this live by saying thank you to everybody who has supported me in every single way. I really appreciate you. And stay tuned, man. I hope that you're liking what I'm doing. If you see anything that I'm doing and you want to collaborate on it, by all means, feel free to reach out because I'm just a man. And I love to work with other people on anything. So definitely come my way with any creative ideas. But on that note, I'm gonna head out. I have an appointment for a back massage. So peace out and love yourself. Get a massage. Bye.